Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing illegal immigration into the United States. I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from The Guardian, of all places, theguardian.com. Quoting directly, Trump expected to invoke Alien Enemies Act to speed up deportations. Quoting directly, Donald Trump may as soon as tomorrow invoke an obscure federal law. I love obscure federal law. You mean something that came along within about 18 days of the republic itself being founded? I mean, I'm being a little hyperbolic there, but we're talking about within, the decade of the country coming into effect. It's not obscure, all right? Stop with the nonsense in the press. To speed up the deportations of certain groups of immigrants, CNN reports. The president first proposed using the law, the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, bearing in mind the country came into effect in 1789 under this Constitution, so within a decade. Quoting further, during his campaign last year, the law allows for summary deportation of non-citizens from a foreign country with which the U.S. is at war, and is part of his pledge to carry out mass deportations of undocumented immigrants. Undocumented immigrants, you mean illegal aliens? What we used to call invaders back when people had actual bit of common sense, when you got masses of people just flooding over your sovereign border. What is the word for that? Quoting further, since taking office in January, Trump has made strictly enforcing immigration law a priority, which resulted in more immigration arrests last month than any other for the past 7 years. Yeah, good. I'm kind of an odd immigration attorney. I do U.S. immigration from out here. My clients stand in line for months, if not years, to get a visa to the United States, and it's pretty hard to sit out here and watch the last half decade or more where people are just streaming across the border. Yeah, there's going to be serious consequences for illegal immigration, I expect. And as they've gone on and on about in various press releases, folks that voluntarily depart may have a chance to return. But those who are deported for, illegally entering and refuse to leave under process, most of those people aren't going to be allowed to go back in legally ever. So the thing to take away from this video, and the thing, I don't usually make just general videos on U.S. immigration. Again, as we've discussed at length in many videos, we primarily handle fiancé and marriage visas for Thai, significant others of American citizens. That's the bulk of the work we do here. That being said, we do handle other cases, including things like tourist. Well, not often we do tourist visas. I'm not convinced there's a lot of value to be added to those cases. But that said, we're a different kind of immigration law firm. We're doing it from a different angle. So I see the illegal immigration problem for, in my opinion, the problem that it is. I hope it gets cleaned up sooner rather than later. Meanwhile, though, something to keep in mind is I don't particularly think immigration is going to be a major priority under this administration. Now, understand, I do think Trump has learned from his first term that family-based immigration, especially the family of U.S. citizens, should not, and it looks to me like is not going to be a priority for them to go after from an enforcement standpoint moving forward. That said, though, just because they're not actively looking to go after those kinds of cases does not mean you should presume that in any way the immigration system is going to continue to move forward in the way it has. If there's anything I've learned the past 5 years, it's that really something I was used to being very predictable for the roughly dozen years I had been here before Trump came in. And I'm not saying it's all Trump, by the way. Biden, their administration, really, because it looks like nobody was at the helm with that, they just did all kinds of things that I think were not in anybody's interest. But okay, leave that aside. The point I'm trying to make is I think Trump learned, hey, family migration, not something to really focus on. That said, again, legal immigration in and of itself, it does not look like it's a priority. Does that necessarily mean things are going to slow down? I don't think so. It looks like things are moving along. That said, maybe I'm being a little bit naively optimistic. I'll certainly keep you updated on this channel as the situation evolves.